What's good, YouTube? We are back, and today we're going to be going over my picks for the dark horse contenders in the NBA. And I genuinely think that these teams, which a lot of people are sleeping on, can actually go out there and raise that Larry O'Brien. And I have the stats and predictions and reasoning for backing it. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to start this off by talking about the Miami Heat. The Heat have done it twice before with Jimmy Butler, where they make these outlandish trips to the NBA Finals. And you know what? I think they're due. I think they might actually do it again. They, at the moment, have such a fun offense. Actually, I think they might actually be the best offense in the league. They're averaging 124 points per game. Norman Powell, who I don't know, this guy, I don't know what he got on his mind. I don't know if he got murder on his mind, revenge on his mind, but this guy is tight with the Clippers. He wants to prove them wrong so bad. He has been averaging insane stats. He's having the best season of his career as of right now, which we thought he was having last season. And he said, you know what? He go two more for y'all. And then we're also seeing Jaime Jaquez, who had a sophomore slump, come back to his own. He's producing at a pretty good level. He's taken that leap that you expected him to take last season, and he's having that now. Bam Adebayo is the one that's surprising me the most, because this guy's out here and he added a strap. He added a strap to his game. He's shooting threes now. He's actually doing it at a pretty reasonable efficiency. I mean, 35% for a center, that's pretty damn good. It has been very effective, and Davion Mitchell has been excellent in the facilitating and being that maestro of this offense. He's averaging around 7 assists a game, which honestly, it's not telling enough for what he's doing on that court. He's setting up those shots. He's going inside, running back out. He's really been able to bring the glue together in this offense. Eric Spoelstra is absolutely cooked up, because not only are they an elite offense, but they're also elite defensively. If you guys have not been watching Miami basketball, you guys need to tune in, because they have been playing electric. Their brand of basketball at the moment is really fun to watch. I think that they could actually go out there and contend. Don't sleep on Miami. Number 2 on this list. This team should not be a dark horse team. Their expectations going into the season were already at this level, but they underperformed so much that I think they have become a dark horse team, and people have kind of just lost focus on them. But I'm here to shed some light on the Atlanta Hawks. I genuinely think these guys can go out there and win an NBA championship this season, contend very seriously in the playoffs. They're currently sitting at 7-3 in their last 10. We've been seeing some major improvements from guys like Jalen Johnson, who has put himself in the most improved player category of averaging 21 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 7 assists a game. Like, this guy's damn near averaging a triple-double. Jalen Johnson, of all people, is almost averaging a triple-double, and nobody's talking about it. Please, bro, go check out the Atlanta Hawks. But there's more guys like him. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been going dummy lately, averaging 19 points in the wake of Trae Young's absence. We've also gotten some great games from Nickeil. We've had, surprisingly, Tingus Pingus has been on the court. Not every single game. You know, he's taking his days off. I don't know what he got caught up with last year that this guy's could not play, but we're glad he's back. But he's been on the court more often. You know, you love to see that for him. I think that the Hawks are doing great. I will want to mention this, that it is scary. It is scary hours in Atlanta, not because they're doing bad, but because they're doing so good without Trae Young. They can make a move to send Trae Young to any team right now. I don't know what his trade value would be on the current market. I actually think Trae Young is a very underrated player. People disrespect him a lot. If they are able to snag up someone in a package which gets them that player that could send them over the edge, maybe you're talking about getting like a guy like Anthony Davis, but still I find that pretty unrealistic. Maybe you're talking about getting a guy like Lauri Markkanen, that who when you get him, it kind of brings you over the edge into that ultimate tier of, yeah, that team is a contender. We expect them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals year in and year out. And, you know, I think that this Atlanta Hawks team is not too far away from that. Maybe they can even get to that point without even having to do a trade for Trae Young. Maybe when Trae Young comes back, they hoop even better. But they have been playing better basketball without Trae Young. That makes me really consider that I think that Trae Young will be moved by the trade deadline. I'm not going to lie. I don't see a realistic situation where they keep him around unless they just don't find a good trade value package for him. Maybe they stick with him. But they are playing better without him. And I think that, you know, it makes sense to upgrade at a position where, you know, you may not have the most depth. You're kind of relying on Kristaps Porzingis to stay healthy, you can go out there, maybe get a better forward, better center, and, see where this ends up, because I think the Atlanta Hawks have a ton of potential. I'm really liking Atlanta basketball. That's one of my dark horse picks. Now, as for my last pick, it is going to be the Boston Celtics. And after a rocky start, Boston is back. I just watched a game where they snapped the Pistons' 13-game win streak. If it had to be anyone, it had to be Boston, because Boston has been absolutely rocking. And, it's kind of interesting because they're still the same team. You're having Jalen Brown. Yes, he might be averaging a better season than, he would previously, but that's because, obviously he doesn't have to share the ball with Jayson Tatum as much. But, he's playing how you would expect him to play. Great player, all-star, all-NBA player. You got Derrick White, who's obviously taking a good leap, but, you kind of expect that from him too. Going to get the ball more, but he's been playing his brand of basketball. Payton Pritchard, everyone's been hooping. Everyone's been doing good, right? This team still is shooting a ridiculous amount of threes every given night. One thing that did shock me, though, is that they've gotten better defensively. Like, their defense is actually currently the best in the league right now. They have a defensive rating of 114.9, pretty much 115. But they're currently ranked as the number one defense in the league, according to some metrics. But that's not my argument, because as of right now, I don't see them winning the NBA championship, regardless of if them being 7-3 in their last 10, them being one of the best defenses in the league, because I still don't think that this team has what it takes to compete at what they are right now. But if Jayson Tatum returns, if he is able to come back by the end of this season, I guarantee you this team will not mess around. Jayson Tatum will come back better than ever, and I seriously think that the Boston Celtics will win the NBA championship if Tatum returns in time. I genuinely think so. The chemistry is still going to be there. It's the same guys. That's why I was mentioning the points of them being pretty much the same exact team. Pretty much the same game plan, same coaching style, same infrastructure, besides, a few guys being out like Porzingis and Drew, but they weren't there that long anyways. The team is still pretty much the same culture-wise. And when Jayson Tatum comes back, I don't think he's going to have a rough time adjusting to it. Reports have been indicating that Jayson Tatum could be back by the time of the start of the playoffs or end of the season. And if that is true, it is scary hours out east. I fully expect Jayson Tatum and the Boston Celtics to come and slap every team, try to get revenge on the New York Knicks, who bounced them last year around, and go into the NBA Finals and try to take their throne back from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because, bro, it's looking rough. I don't know if any team's beating the OKC Thunder, but if any team can do it, I think it would be a healthy Boston Celtics team, and I would absolutely love to see it. But that is if and only if Jayson Tatum is able to come back by the end of the season. But, man, that is my dark horse picks. I got the Heat, the Hawks, the Celtics. Don't ask me why I only put Eastern Conference teams on there, but the West is so predictable right now. We all know what's going to happen, bro. OKC's just torching every single team. They're going to be the freaking first team to three-peat. They're going to be like the Sith of the NBA. We're going to see whatever ends up happening out West. But out East, I think it's really been a toss-up. And that's why I got 3 dark horses just straight from that conference alone. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think that I'm tripping about these takes? Or do you think that some of these are very logical? Do you have any dark horse predictions yourself? Let me know. Do you have a dark horse MVP predictor? Like, what are you thinking, dude? Do you think that there's a team out there under the radar that is going to all of a sudden make a splurge, come back into contention? But if you're still here, just know I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take care.